Could you talk a bit about your line and the idea behind it? How do you feel launching cosmetics? We know it's been a long time preparing for it.
I really started to think about the beauty line almost 3 years ago. It's been taking time, but what was important is that when you enter a territory as big as beauty, for me it needed to be really beautiful, because beauty has to see with beautiful. This is why I really was concerned not only in by the nail, the colors, the content, etc., but also everything, the box, how it's going to be enclosed, how do you open it, etc. That was very important. And I also wanted very much for beauty to go with the French excellence. We have artisans, we've been having artisans for hundreds of years doing beautiful and extremely refined things. So I wanted to bring beauty on the side of fine art in a way, to really create an object. And out of this object, actually the first thing I did when I thought beauty has to see with Brazil, because I wanted to work with Mr. Niemeyer. I always admired very, very much. Since I'm a kid, I first really thought that it should have this touch of architecture. So I met Mr. Niemeyer for that, but unfortunately the time and life has decided in a different way. Because I thought so much of Mr. Niemeyer, I kept the idea of an architecture in beauty.
People could see this in a house and don't ever think it was a beauty product.
Yep. What was important for me doing this project is that you take an element like this, and if you have two, for instance, you can put it on one side on the top of a mirror or something, that in every place you are going to place that object, it's going to look nice, it's going to look pretty.
I love the fact that the caps have different colors for each family, and
exactly.
That they are a bit smaller. But one thing I think when people look at this, they will think, okay, it's like that. So many nail polishes, they have like a cap and then you just remove that cap. No, this is actually...
Yeah, this is a brush.
The brush.
Mm-hmm.
The calligraphy aspects of really amazing.
One thing was important was the weight also of the brush. You are going to need a little bit of time and attention for yourself to actually put it on your nails. But I think it's important to take time and to have attention to yourself. You have to love yourself.
And I wanted also to talk to you a bit about your relationship with Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've been there many times, you love Carnaval and you speak a bit of Portuguese.
Of Carioca.
When was the first time you went?
The first time I went was, I would say now, something like 7 or 8 years ago. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to Brazil, but I wanted to go to Brasilia. I got proposed to go to Brazil by friends of mine. They say, let's go to Brazil. I said, oh, great. And then the moment to take the ticket, they said, so we are flying to Rio. I said, why Rio? It's dangerous. Who wants to go to Rio? I didn't want to go to Rio, as it was a long time ago now. I said, no, I'm going to Brasilia. So anyway, so we canceled the trip. They went, I didn't go. So I ended up going to Brazil, to Rio. I thought, okay, whatever, let's see. And immediately I loved it. I remember that I arrived in the evening and did stay all night watching the sea, looking at the sea and everything, and sort of really looking at the landscape. And I never thought I would be so transported. Then started to travel all around Brazil. I went a lot to Minas Gerais, where you have, all those beautiful towns, also Belo, etc., Bata, Ouro Preto, etc. So I realized that one thing which is pretty obvious, but you can only love towns and places if you love people, if people are lovely. Best ambassador of Brazil are Brazilian, that's for sure.
That's great. We're going to love wearing Louboutin nails.
And dance with it.